The Department of Orthopedic Surgery at Duke places a strong emphasis on research excellence focused on generating and implementing new knowledge to improve rehabilitation and musculoskeletal care for people throughout the world. This cutting edge research spans from fundamental biology to population based investigations. Our research is broadly grouped into 5 disciplines: cell, genetic, and developmental biology, musculoskeletal bioengineering, regeneration, and repair, movement sciences, kinesiology, and rehabilitation, clinical research, and populations, policy, and implementation research.
Hi, I'm Ben Allman. In our lab, we're studying the role of developmentally important signaling pathways in reparative regenerative conditions like fracture repair and osteoarthritis, and in pathologic conditions like sarcomas and benign tumors. We make extensive use of genetically modified mice, cell cultures, and human samples to understand their role in these pathologic conditions. Our long-term goal is to be able to use this information to come up with better treatments for patients. And indeed, there's a biotech startup company based on work in our lab, as well as several drugs that have gone into clinical trials.
Hi, my name is Kapreet Bhatt, and I'm a PhD researcher here in orthopedic surgery at Duke University. My primary research focus is on understanding why it is that with age we have a diminished fracture repair capacity. Work in my lab has focused on understanding this process using mouse models of tibial fracture.
My name is Steve George. I'm the Vice Chair of Clinical Research in the Department of Orthopaedic Surgery. I also have an appointment in the Duke Clinical Research Institute as the Director of Musculoskeletal Research. My specific research interests are in limiting the development of chronic pain. Do that in 2 ways. First, look at better ways to predict who is going to transition from acute to chronic pain so we can target treatment earlier to prevent the development. And second, looking at efficacy of non-pharmacological treatments that offer better pain relief.
Hello, I'm Tim Sell. I'm the director of the Michael W. Krzyzewski Human Performance Laboratory. We are designed to examine functional joint stability by developing research programs to study injury prevention, recovery, rehabilitation, and health promotion in active populations. Our laboratory is equipped with instrumentation, technology, and methodology to examine, test, and implement the best practices necessary for health promotion and wellness. As part of our mission, we support the James R. Urbanic Sports Sciences Institute at Duke University through research as well as clinical care and education.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Reba. I'm a sports medicine clinician scientist here at Duke. My lab is located in the Levine Research Building in the undergrad campus. My main areas of research are in cartilage regeneration. Specifically, I'm interested in fetal healing of cartilage and how we can understand that process and harness it to make better cartilage for our patients. In addition, I also look at interactions between bone and cartilage and the development of arthritis to see if there may be new therapeutic targets in bone to prevent OA.
Hi, I'm Steve Olson, orthopedic surgeon, longtime trauma surgeon actually, and now basic science researcher. The focus of my lab is around post-traumatic arthritis. So the interest I've had over the years is taking care of patients who have articular fractures and joint injuries and understanding why some people get arthritis and others don't. And so the focus of our lab is just that very question. To that end, we developed a novel mouse model of a closed articular fracture. It develops arthritis and a therapy that prevents it. And now we're chasing down the secondary effects of injury, and it turns out that immunology becomes a very important player in that, an area that I never thought I'd be in, but here I am as a basic scientist. So this is the area we're focused on, and we hope you have interest to join us.
Hi, my name is Chad Mather. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Orthopaedic Surgery with faculty appointments at the Duke Clinical Research Institute and the Margolis Health Policy Center. I'm primarily a health services researcher, economist, and decision scientist, and my current work focuses primarily on the stated health preference measurement, which is really a quantitative methodology to deliver patient-centered care by understanding how patients value and trade off different aspects of outcomes and processes of care. It traditionally utilizes choice experiments and can be measured both at the population level or the individual level, where we have recently built a preference-based decision tool and are currently testing that. I'm also interested in moving the practice of musculoskeletal care forward by improving the efficiency and effectiveness of communication, coordination of care, optimizing treatment decision-making, and the smart use of information technology to focus on solving painful problems for providers and patients. And I'm excited about my new role as the Vice Chairman of Practice Innovation and the formation of the Practice Innovation Unit in the department that will help us better pursue and achieve these goals.
Hello, my name is Amy Pastva, and I'm faculty in the Division of Physical Therapy. My primary area of interest is looking at preventing or mitigating hospital-associated functional decline. I do this in two ways. One is through the use of assistive rehabilitative technologies, whether it be supine cycling or new technology like virtual reality, to prevent functional decline for people that have an acute illness that are hospitalized. And I also explore mending the gaps that occur in care transitions, whether it be from the intensive care unit to the hospital floor or from the hospital to home. I really concentrate on finding innovative ways to be sure that patients get their rehabilitation needs met during those critical transitions.
Hi, my name is Janet Becker. I'm a PhD researcher in the Department of Orthopedic Surgery. I am the Director of Health Policy and Implementation Research, and this area of research focuses on generating evidence for policy change in areas like financing, access to care, and healthcare quality. So I'm particularly interested in alternative payment models and care redesign, and partner most with the Duke Margolis Center for Health Policy, Duke Clinical Research Institute, and Duke Global Health Institute.
My name is Matthew Hilton. I'm Associate Professor of Orthopedic Surgery and Cell Biology here at Duke. My work looks at orthopedics in the context of using mouse genetic models, surgical models, and cell biology to understand underlying disease mechanisms in pediatric skeletal disorders, osteoarthritis, and fracture repair.
So hi, I'm Courtney Carter, Assistant Professor, Department of Orthopedic Surgery, and my lab is interested in the molecular underpinnings of osteoblast differentiation with a focus on amino acid metabolism and how this regulates bone formation, with a specific interest in identifying novel therapeutics to increase bone formation in cases of osteoporosis and other human diseases.
I'm Virginia Byers-Krause, a rheumatologist at Duke University. I'm both a professor of medicine and a professor of orthopedics. Our interest in the laboratory is to study the pathogenesis of osteoarthritis. And in particular, we're keenly interested in cartilage regeneration and repair and prevention of post-traumatic osteoarthritis, which affects 50% of people who have major injuries. We made two major discoveries that have excited us and have led to our further work. One of them is that we've discovered that knees repair themselves much better than hips naturally. And also we discovered that there's a very narrow window of opportunity after severe joint injury for preventing the long-term consequences of post-traumatic OA. So this has led to us looking at modulating the inflammatory response after injury and trying to work out within that window what is the key treatment and the best time, and also to try to boost the natural repair responses to prevent the effects after injury, and hopefully to inform new treatments for garden variety idiopathic osteoarthritis.
Hi, I'm Amy McNulty, and I'm an assistant professor in the departments of orthopedic surgery and pathology. My laboratory is located on the third floor of the Medical Sciences Research Building. Our laboratory focuses on using interdisciplinary strategies to prevent osteoarthritis and to promote repair and regeneration of joint tissues. In particular, we focused on looking at different biologic strategies that may be able to enhance repair of the meniscus following injury. As well, we're interested in understanding the mechanotransduction pathways that occur with mechanical loading of both cartilage and meniscus tissue. So how is the load sensed in the meniscus and the cartilage, and how is that translated to intracellular signaling pathways that may be able to be targeted to develop strategies to prevent osteoarthritis from developing and strategies to enhance repair?
Hi, I'm Dr. Will Ewart. I'm a surgeon who takes care of patients with bone cancer. My area of expertise is a type of cancer called sarcoma. Because sarcoma is very rare in people, we learn a lot about sarcoma by studying pet dogs with cancer. And that's what my laboratory does. My laboratory studies dogs with cancer and people with cancer and tries to figure out the ways the cancers are the same, the ways they're different, and what new treatments we can develop and use.
Research in Dr. Lou DeFreud's laboratory focuses on the application of engineering principles to investigate clinically relevant problems related to the musculoskeletal system. A focus of their laboratory is to provide innovative measurements of human motion, ranging from the whole body scale down to tissue-level deformations within the joint. These measurements are accomplished by integrating traditional marker-based motion analysis techniques with high-speed biplanar radiography and MR imaging. When coupled with MR imaging biomarkers of cartilage composition, these measurements shed new light on the mechanisms leading to post-traumatic osteoarthritis. For example, Dr. DeFreit's laboratory works closely with clinicians to investigate the effects of ligament injury and reconstruction on normal cartilage contact mechanics, cartilage composition, and joint health. Another application is quantifying the movement patterns that elevate in vivo ACL strains during dynamic jumping and cutting movements, putting it at risk for injury. Their findings have influenced clinical practice at Duke and at other centers across the nation.
Hi, my name is Ken Gall. I'm joint with the Department of Orthopaedics and also the chair of Mechanical Engineering and Material Science. My research area generally is the mechanical properties of biomaterials, focusing on shape membrane alloys, 3D printed metals and polymers, and surface porous polymers. I have a couple research labs. One is in CMOS, and I have some other mechanical testing equipment in MSRB. And then finally, we have a metal 3D printer in Gross Hall.
Colleen Wu is an assistant professor in the Department of Orthopaedics at Duke University. The Wu Lab uses various genetically modified mouse models to investigate how the bone microenvironment, specifically how different oxygen tensions within this niche, contributes to maintaining healthy bone. They are also interested in understanding how aberrant changes in these oxygen levels supports metastatic tumor cells colonization of this organ. Ultimately, her lab seeks to identify novel therapeutic strategies that will target the bone microenvironment to prevent bone diseases associated with aging and malignancy.
Hello, my name is Samuel Adams, and I'm one of the clinician scientists in the Department of Orthopedic Surgery. My research focus is on understanding the biochemical link between chronic osteoarthritis and depression. Up to 40% of people with bad knee OA end up getting depressed. And I think there's more than just pain involved in this pathway. My research also focuses on post-traumatic osteoarthritis. I'm looking at ways to prevent the development of arthritis after you have a fracture of your ankle.
Hi, my name is Torsten Seiler. I'm one of the arthroplasty surgeons in the Department of Orthopedic Surgery at Duke. I'm also a basic science researcher. My lab is located in the Levine Science Research Center. My research is focused and complements my clinical activities. I'm looking at periprosthetic infections, biofilm formation, possibly new treatment ways to treat biofilm-associated infections using small molecules targeting tRNA. In addition to this, I work with Ken Gall and material sciences to work on local antibiotic delivery and polymer-based implants.